Well, welcome back to Healthy Extracts Channel, a platform for acquiring, developing, patenting, marketing, and distributing plant-based nutraceuticals that target select high-growth categories within the multi-billion-dollar nutraceutical market. And joining to walk us through the investor deck today, Duke Pitts, the president and CEO. First and foremost, welcome, sir.
Thanks for having me, Kyle. It's always great to be with you.
Yeah, and a pleasure to get you on. So I'm going to hand the reins over to you to take us through the presentation today.
Absolutely. So we're going to provide information today to investors on what makes Healthy Extracts such an appealing company to look at from everybody's perspective. We have important disclaimers and caution recording. Some of the statements in here are forward-looking, so please take a look at the disclaimers in detail. We'll just run through the brief key stats of the company. Right now, we're at about a $3 stock. Our high for the 52 weeks was $4.29, and we've had our lows, but we've only got 3.1 million shares outstanding, and our market cap is about $9.3 million. Our sales have gone for the last 5 or 6 years. They've grown every single year organically. We really haven't had the dollars or the investments to make in marketing like we would like to, but we're still on a path to go to 34% this year. And if we get a little bit of cash in, we really can elevate that at a fast pace. Our mission is really important, and this is really why I got into the business. 18% of the US GDP is spent on healthcare right now. And to put that in perspective, that's literally almost as much as defense is at this point in time. The thing that's most important about that is the CDC says that over 80% of that is preventable. So the health industry as a whole in the natural supplements is a really fast-paced growing market. And as the younger crowd comes up, they're more and more inclined to take care of themselves and take supplements. So it's one of the fastest growing sectors, and we'll go into that in a little more detail. But the reason I got into this business is because if you don't have your health, you really don't have anything. I love the statement that 50% of the people in the United States wake up with one dream, and 50% of the population gets to have any dream they want. And the 50% that only have one dream, and that is to get healthy. So that's what we're here for, and that's our mission. As Kyle said, we've got a unique platform for organic and acquisitive growth. We've got high growth margins, highly scalable platform. Our M&A is a key area that we're focused on right now because we can grow at a fast pace and we can cross promote within our existing sales channels. We do have proprietary formulations, but what's more important than that is we have 2 new delivery systems that no one in North America has, and we really believe we can grow through the delivery systems because everyone has, I shouldn't say everyone, a lot of companies have good quality products and good formulations, but they don't have unique delivery systems, and I think that's one of the most exciting things Healthy Extracts has to offer. These are the acquisitions we have in place right now. Of course, we're pursuing other acquisitions. Bergamet was our first acquisition in 2019. That's our heart health business. That's had 5 times growth since 2019 and continues to drive the majority of our revenue. Ultimate Brain Nutrients was acquired in April of 2021. And Ultimate Brain Nutrients has like over 100 clinical trials on that particular product. We increased brain activity by up to 72%, and that's all naturally done with no caffeine and no sugar. Most other brain products are all using caffeine, B12, B6, or niacin, and they really don't give you what the Ultimate Brain Nutrients does with the MCT technology that we have that is unique to us. We also have patents on that technology. We recently signed with Geltech an exclusive agreement. We'll have our first 2 products from those guys coming out. One is a hydration and one is a sugar blocker, and those will be available here in the next 2 months. Really excited about going on that. And then we've signed an exclusive agreement with Gut Straws. We introduced our new gut health product, as you may have seen, with Whitney John's line that has prebiotic fiber, probiotics, and licorice root. All come through a straw, and it's a really good tasting straw. If you try those, you'll really get addicted to them in a good way. They also provide 4 grams of fiber, which is really great for you health-wise. It's really the basis of all health is fiber. Why should you be interested in Healthy Extracts? Because our foundation is in place. We've got a really strong market cap. It's really unusual in the OTC QB market, but with only 3.1 million outstanding shares right now and only about 700,000 at DTC, there's huge opportunities for growth. Our existing shareholders are in the stock at a higher rate than what is out there right now. So it's a great time to get into the stock, I believe. We've got valuable IPs. We're backed with over 20 years of clinical research. So that is another differentiator between us and other nutritional supplement companies, is our clinical trials that we do are published in well-known publications. We've got a highly trained and experienced management team with over 30 years in the Wall Street. The thing that's nice is that we also have been in the private sector. So the company, even though it's public, we understand the public markets, but we still run it a little bit like a private company in the sense that we know we need to stay cash neutral and grow the company in a responsible fashion so that we're not burning cash. We've got our acquisition platform is proven. But most important is you won't find too many OTC QB companies that have sales channels that are established that way. And we spent the last 6 years establishing sales channels. I'll go through those in a little more detail, but we have built-in sales. We know how much it costs to grow a customer. We know how to keep a customer. Our lifetime value is very focused as a company. And our subscribe and save from a customer standpoint is important. So not only when we get a customer do we keep it from a subscription basis, but we also communicate a number of different things in order to keep the customer on long term. Our current churn rate is about 2.6%. I don't know any nutritional supplement in the country that has that low of a churn rate. We talked a little bit earlier about our platform. It targets multiple large sectors. The nutritional supplement space is projected to grow 7.8% with the high in the gut health sector at 7.9%. So we're in one of the prominent best sectors to be into from a company in the public traded space right now. These are some of the products we have. I won't spend too much time on the individual products, but we did introduce a sleep product, and I'm really excited about our Stat10 product because Stat10 will replace nutrients that are blocked by statins. So there's over 40 million people on statins right now. They're a progressive medication. So as you get older, you get on more statins. It is the most prescribed drug in the world for heart health. And our Stat10 product actually can help replace those nutrients. And it has a really unique formulation. If you're on a statin, I highly recommend that. This is a slide that just talks about our clinical trials. You can see that you get a decrease in total cholesterol, LDLs, but what's most important is our clinical trials are published, whereas most people just run clinical studies and then they quote those, and we actually prove out that our products really work. This is, for me, the most important slide in the deck. Our multiple expanding sales channels. Right now, we're a top 3 seller on Amazon with our products. We're in Walmart online right now. We've got the doctor sales channels, which are the 2 top sales channels, which is Fullscript, Emerson's, and then we work with Zymogen, who's the major distributor to the doctors. We do white label, private label. We now, with these new products, will really be able to cross-sell our products and grow our sales channels without increasing our marketing budgets. And then we do direct to consumer with Facebook, Instagram, of course, and Google. We have an influencer program, which I'll just briefly touch base on here in a minute. But our influencer program is unique because we actually design products for our influencers, and they become involved in it not just as a sales agent, but as their own line. We do have Natural Grocers as one of our major retailers. We're really careful how we approach the retail market because the margins could really shrink really fast when we do that. And then we do affiliate and email marketing as part of our sales channel. So as a whole, I don't know any companies that have established sales channels like this that are still on the QB. And of course, our goals are to be on a major exchange here, and this will help us get there. This is Natural Grocers as one of our chains here, and we will look at other retail expansion as we look forward in 2025 and 2026, if it makes sense. Our brand influencer program is really unusual because the brand influencer actually invests into their own line. In other words, we do a turnkey program for there. We'll help them formulate, we'll help them design the product, we'll build their websites, we'll do their e-commerce for them if they desire. But what we do is we handle all their sales, customer issues, customer calls, refunds, and then their email marketing. So it really becomes a turnkey program. We signed our first major brand influencer, Whitney John. She has over 1 million followers a couple years ago. These are 4 of her products that we sell right now. But what's exciting about that is her new gut health straw technology, which is unique. It gives her the opportunity to market the product in a way that she hasn't been able to before. And because she has the 1 million followers, it lets us get into a position where she can do all the marketing with us, which expands our sales without increasing our costs for marketing. You'll see on this technology here, we also have the 2 new products coming out from Gel Tech here. These will be out the next 60 days. And this technology is a really great because it's on the go. It's non-temperature related. So you can take the sugar blocker, for example, the 10 minutes before you eat your meal, and it'll block up to 42% of the sugars. The hydrate I really love because when I go to bed, I like to stay hydrated at night. Instead of drinking a glass of water, we know what the results are. Middle night get up that many of us run into. In addition, Geltech also are publicly traded on NASDAQ right now. These are our new products here in 2025. We do have potentially some others coming out, but this is the way we're expanding our sales right now. We upgraded our sales forecast from 4 million to 4.4 million, which is a 34% growth for this year. But with these new products, we actually believe that we'll be able to exceed that because that was just based on our existing products. And so I'm very excited about these new products. They're high quality. They all fit our needs, and they're experiential, which is one of the things we're really looking to do in the coming months, is to bring out experiential products for consumers. We run a really unique product lifestyle process. I won't go through this in too much detail, but when we design a product, it's done from a sales and marketing and then an engineering standpoint. We want to make sure that we're targeting markets that we can be very effective in and get very efficient in our sales and really have high growth areas. But this iteration that we run through assures us of being successful as a company as we do that. So our key growth drivers, I won't go through these again, other than one key feature here is that we can grow 1 million in sales based on a 300,000 marketing spend. And as we look to get to a major exchange, this will become really important because we can grow $1 million in sales for 300,000. And then once we get that growth, we then can keep that growth with our low churn in our CRM that we have in place. So very exciting. Very few companies have a 3-to-1 ratio on being able to develop a customer in the nutritional supplement space. Normally it's a 1-to-1 ratio, and we can capture anywhere from 2.5 to 3. This is our focus right now as a company. Cross-promotional of our brands, continue on the same path as we are to get our fast growth. Of course, we want to raise capital as we move forward to get a faster paced growth, but I think our proven success over the last 6 years will continue to grow, and it really makes us as an appealing company. We've got a highly experienced senior management. I've only got 3 of us listed here. Robert is our CFO. Martin is our operations. They're the heart and the soul of the company, but we're all GAAP accounting with what we do. We've never been late on our Ks and our Qs, and that will continue onward as we move forward to the major exchange. And as everybody knows, your back end is as important as the front end of the company, and we've got the right people in place to do that. We do have a seasoned board of director and advisors. Medical advisors are really important for us as a company because they prove out our product and they legitimize that. So we utilize those highly in some of our marketing efforts and our online efforts that we do. So our key takeaways is, look, we're a great company to look at right now. Yes, we're on the OTCQB, but we do have a path to get to a major exchange here. We're going to do that as fast as we can. But because of the things that we've laid foundationally, I just don't know of a better OTCQB company out there. Again, incredible market cap structure, We've got a powerful platform that we have to acquire other companies like ours that we can actually increase sales and profitability on. We've got 2 exclusive delivery systems, high growth, high margin. We've got a highly scalable platform to work with here. We've got our clinical trials, and then we've got our established sales channels. So we've got everything we need to really ramp up and elevate the company and get to that major exchange. So with that, Kyle, our contact information is here. I really appreciate you letting me present to the audience. And if you got any questions.
Yeah, on that note, we'll pass it off to the viewer. We'd love to know what you guys think in that comment section below. Perhaps we'll do a Q&A down the road, but consider subscribing for future updates. And as news hits the wire, of course, we're always going to bring it to you here. But on that, we look forward to catching you in the next one.